GRiPSHORE sheets and Walers are easy to assemble, two-sided hydraulic bracing systems. Designed to support trenches up to 2 meters deep with widths ranging from 620 to 1450 millimeters. The system can be installed side by side for trenches of any length. The product is installed using the dig and undermine technique and is therefore only suitable for use in trenches whose vertical sides are generally stable and self-supporting in the short term. Installation commences by digging a trench up to 1000 millimeters deep. This can be done by hand, or if available, a micro or mini excavator can be used. Battered ends are preferable to allow easy access. 2 hydraulic struts are slotted into the first rail and locked into position using pins and R-clips. Struts are positioned in the outermost 3 hole groups, approximately 250 millimeters from the end of the Walers. The second rail is then placed over the other end of the struts. The opposite end is pinned through both remaining holes. When positioned correctly, the ends of both Walers will be flush. Both frames should be pumped out so it is only slightly smaller than the sheet-to-sheet dimension. Lower both frames into the trench. Pitch the 4 corner sheets by hand. With the 4 corner sheets in place, connect the hydraulic hoses to the bottom frame via the supply two-way bridle, ensuring that the hose and the bucket pump do not obstruct the installation. The hose fitting will connect to the quick release valves on each cylinder. Sheets should be in continuous contact with the trench wall. It is critical that any voids directly behind the hydraulic struts are packed out with timber or similar strength material to ensure that the ground is suitably preloaded. Using the MGF bucket pump provided, move the flow regulator switch forward and pump out the bottom frame to full preload. When the system is pressurised, the valve on the single acting bucket pump is one way and should remain in forward position to lock and pressurise the hydraulic strut between 400 and 750 psi. The pressure gauge must hold at pressure and not indicate any loss in pressure. Once the bottom frame is pressurised, the hoses can be removed from the struts. Raise the top frame to the required level as per design data and repeat the pump out process. With the ground preloaded, excavate down to 1.5 meters below ground level. The remaining sheets can be pitched between the Waler frames and the face of the excavation. If a blockage is found, do not force the GRP sheets. It is safe to enter the excavation and clean up the trench walls with a spade to remove the blockage. If the ends of the trench are to remain open, then it is important to ensure that the face of the ground is stable and no loose materials will fall into the trench. If there is any doubt, then it is recommended to use end-safe struts and sheets. Push down corner sheets to 1.5 meters depth. If hanging chains are being used, operatives should connect them now by attaching the shackles to the Waler lift points. The hook simply hangs off the top of the sheet. Ensure to adjust the chains so the frames sit at the specified levels. For 1.5 meter dig depths, installation is now complete and the excavation is safe to enter. For 2 meter dig depth, chains should now be attached to the lower frame. Exit the excavation and release pressure from the lower frame only, dropping down carefully to the trench floor. Re-enter the excavation and dig down to 2 meters depth. Push the sheets down until flush with ground level. For longer trenches, this process can be repeated. It is now safe to enter the excavation. Sheets and Walers are removed in a continuous backfill and lifting sequence. Connect lifting chains to the bottom frame and exit the excavation. Depressurize the frame and lift out of the excavation. Depressurize the top frame and remove each panel. Remove the top frame from the excavation.